Long before speed foam, long before flash face, long before twist face, long before inverted cone technology, long before turbulators, long before all of that, there was this. The Titleist 905S. Let's do it, and let's do it now. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. If you're new to the channel and this is your very first time watching my content, first of all, welcome to the channel. Second of all, please make sure you do consider hitting that subscribe button before you leave. That way, you won't miss any of the great golf related content that I bring to you guys every single day. In today's video, we are here at this beautiful curved screen at Golf Box, Australia. I'm here visiting Alex Etchers and we are going to get some fantastic content for you guys. But this morning, he's had to go to work, so he's left me in here. And he's left me with this. This is the Titleist 905S. And for me, this is one of the most iconic drivers I can remember. I gamed this as a junior, I gamed it as a young golfer, and it got my handicap right down. And for me, I remember hitting some of the best drives I've ever hit with this before eventually moving on to the 905R. There was the 905S, the 905T, and the 905R. Three drivers within one family, and for me, at the risk of repeating myself, this was one of the most iconic family of drivers I can remember. It superseded the 983K. Who remembers that, the 983K? Oh, yes please. Funnily enough, I've got this one in the stock graphite blue shaft, which again just brings back so many memories. If you do watch a lot of my channel, you'll know that I'm actually gaming this shaft in my current M5. And I'm absolutely loving it. So guys, the idea of today's test isn't to talk you through all the groundbreaking technology that the 905S brought to the market because, well, for me this was really before the age of golf marketing. It was before the age of a driver having to have a story, before the age of, well, drivers costing £500. I remember this costing less than £300 at the time, and visually it looks absolutely gorgeous. And it still does. So I know what you're all thinking, come on, hit one, hit one, hit one, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit 10 shots, and for me, my driver at the moment goes around 275. So I've put a target all the way out there, all the way out here, and I've put that target at 270 yards. I think that would be a good return with this driver, which is, how old is this now? Guys, comment below, how old is this driver, the 905S? Also, while you're down there, comment below what driver are you currently using, how much did it cost, and would you consider using one of these? I bet you get one for about 40 or 50 pounds now. Right, without any further ado, let's go first shot. First effort, straight at the target. Is it going to go? Go! Go! Can't be far away. Tell you what as well. So, first shot with the 905S, and not only has it brought back a lot of my youth, but we're out there at 268 yards with a 2,500 spin, so that's not too bad, is it? Let's see what we can get out of it. Try to go after that one a little bit more. I'll tell you what, go! You're going to hear a lot of me shouting go, because this is a very biased test. I loved this thing growing up. Short, is it? Yeah, way shorter. Now, one thing I do remember massively with this 905 was the amount of movement I got on it, the amount of side spin, the amount of side spin. Now, one thing I remember massively about this club, the 905, was the amount of movement I got on the ball, the amount of right to left, the amount of left to right. And I think that's why I enjoyed it so much. Growing up, I used to pick a target, I'd move the ball off that, hopefully into the fairway, and that's what kind of made me the golfer I am today. Not overly sure that's a good thing, but because isn't it funny how times change? When I was growing up, moving the ball right to left, moving it left to right was all what everyone wanted to do. Now you just want to hit it as straight as you possibly can and keep it in play. Right. That was toey, so how much forgiveness have we got on this? That's dipping out there, that's not going to do it. 263 yards, spinning at 2,000 spin. That was massively out the toe. So guys, while you're watching this, again, hit those comments below. What do you think is the most iconic driver? For me, it's got to be this. It's got to be this shaft as well, the graphite blue. It all just takes me down nostalgia lane absolutely beautifully. But I don't think I can hit it as far as I can my current clubs. Oh, that's a pull. That's got to be going. Go on. Is it? I think we're past the target. Yeah, that's gone a long way. 278, so it can be done, but it's so at Wortley Golf Club where I grew up, there's a number of holes where the golf course ran clockwise, anti-clockwise. Out of bounds was always on the left, so yeah, not ideal. Right, same again, but straight, please. Keep that face square. Oh, that's in the farmer's field on the 4th. Is it? No, it's coming back. It's cutting. Get up. Oh, we're short of it. Are we? Must be past it. What a run of emotions this is. 270 yards, down the middle. Yes, please. So we've got to start asking ourselves a question, really. What do we gain from a modern day golf club? What do we gain from, well, this thing looks beautiful. I can't get around how good it looks. And at the start of this video, I wanted to include pretty much every piece of technology that we talk about today. I wanted to include flash face, I wanted to include twist face, speed injected twist face, turbulators, inverted cone technology, speed chassis, carbon composite crowns. This thing has none of that. And yeah, I think it's fair to say that it's not as forgiving. It's a 400cc head as opposed to all the 460cc heads that you see now, but still, it just has something about it, doesn't it? It has a je ne sais quoi. It has a certain je ne sais quoi, and I have no idea what that means, but I've heard it on a few adverts and I think it's good, so if it's good, it'll stay in. I think that's fair enough, isn't it? Come on, let's load one up. Totally different ball flight. That was way lower, and that should run up, should it? Keep going. See, we're starting to get near the target now as well. That's all that we really want. 266. Let me just talk you through the pure beauty, which is the Titleist Pro Titanium 905S. And for me, just the colour scheme of the whole thing, the traditional Titleist grey head, where it's a little bit matty on top. We have the egg timer, that's not an egg timer. We have the weight. We have the old school weight balance Titleist sign there, just to give us a centre spot. We have the beautiful white ring on the face. I remember when this came out and I saw the white paint in this face, I saw the white ring, I thought, oh my gosh, what have they done there? Back in the day, that was out there, wasn't it? That was forward thinking. Those white dots there, they were the future. Then we've got the bottom of the club, we've got all the different panels here just to give it a different look. We've got the beautiful red line through, the plug in the bottom to give it the amazing sound. Who remembers the sound on these things? Guys, I could carry on with this forever. Who would love to see Titleist bring something like this back? Obviously, give it a new face, give it the speed face, give it the speed chassis, but make it look just like this. How many people would love to use that? I know I would. Oh. Speechless. For the first time in a video, speechless. Wouldn't it be fun just to go back to your junior days, just for a week, go and play the golf course as it was? I always remember when I grew up at Wortley Golf Club in Sheffield, it was immaculate. The greens were the fastest in the area. Clubs like this, I think, was it a Pro V1? It was a Pro V1 then, wasn't it? Just, what a time to be alive that was. 6-week holidays, sandwiches in the bushes. If you know, you know. Now that was a great strike, but that is so far right. That's on a different course, that one. That's what's starting to worry me a little bit as well, that scattering. Unfortunately, that brings back memories as well as the good memories. 7 shots down, we're going to go 3 more. Guys, I'm really enjoying this. Hit those comments below if you're enjoying this as much as I am. Unfortunately, the ball flights are looking a little bit scattered, but let's try and finish with 3 strong ones. Let's get the big high raking draw, because that was from the junior days, wasn't it? There we go, that's moving. Okay, 2 more. Oh, and that's the one. Ah, that's not good. That was so healy. So healy. 255, spinning at 3,000. That's where you've got to say maybe on the modern day driver. Obviously the bigger faces, a little bit more technology. If I hit it here with the modern day driver, I'm not expecting 255 with a 3,000 spin, absolutely not. Right, last shot, guys, I've really enjoyed this. Thank you all so much for being a part of it, taking me back to the youth. Come on. In the target, 270, carry. Start to go after it, that was toey, but it could be travelling. Go on! Go! It's got to be a 270 to finish on, is it? 272 to finish on. We'll take that. So guys, as we can see, quite a scattering of shots there, good and bad. Let's be fair, they are a little bit all over the place, aren't we? And that does again bring back a lot of memories from the junior days. The longest 276 I believe it was, so we did get one out there, but unfortunately that was in Mr. Farmer's Field on the 4th. It was out of bounds on the 1st, out of bounds on the 2nd, out of bounds on the 5th, out of bounds on the 7th. Yeah, generally that's going to be out of bounds on a lot of holes where I grew up with this very same driver. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, hit those comments below and let me know. Would you like to see me do more with things like this? Would you like to see me revisit my youth a little bit more? For me, it's just been, it's been so much fun. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, please make sure you do hit that subscribe button below. Leave us a like if you enjoyed that content as always. And as always, I very much look forward to seeing all your smiling faces tomorrow.